football at its absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre, and Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Sunday, December 7th. Welcome. It's not been a fun sports week. I don't know what to tell you, and I'm sorry about that. It just is what it is. We move on. I landed, if we don't talk about sports at all tonight, I will not be upset. It's just Do you want to root for your favorite team 3 hours from home? Boy, do we have a thing for you. Like, no one wants to play Nashville over and over again. And yet here we are.
Yeah, we just saw how playing Illinois and Nashville goes. I don't know if I can take another one.
There's this weird misconception that Tennessee fans want to see their team play in Nashville. When that's just, and yeah, I haven't talked to every single Tennessee fan, but pretty much every fan I've talked to, a ton of fans I see online, and that's taking in the people that live in Nashville. They don't necessarily want to see Tennessee play in Nashville. Like, they don't care that they play in Nashville, and yet we always find ourselves playing a game in Nashville.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And if we beat Vandy, we're probably playing the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
I just
I'm
don't
really
know
sour
how
about
Tennessee, that. I mean, I'd rather just go play in Memphis. Here's the thing. I'm not going to go regardless because I don't care. And somebody brought up a good point about the whole bowl game situation. Like, it doesn't, at this point with playoffs, it doesn't really matter where you're at. Like, they both are just they're all underwhelming. If it's in Florida, if it's Nashville, whatever. I get that. But after what has happened to Tennessee in Nashville for the Music City Bowl, why the hell would you accept a bid there?
You kind of had to. You didn't win. You kind of had to. You don't have your choice.
Yeah. I don't know.
You got to be better if you want to be this. If you want to be a part of the decision making process, you're going to have to win some games. You can't get trounced by Vandy and then demand to go somewhere.
Sure. Which, I mean, being as bad as we were, I think that took Vandy's like good win off the table where they didn't get in the playoffs because of it. So
that Hunter, however you say his name, playoff guy.
Yeah.
He talking about Alabama or Georgia. I can't remember which one, whichever one it was. This morning, he called Tennessee a good win. And I was like, oh, that's going to fire some Vandy fans up.
Yeah. But I mean, that was their only win. If Tennessee beats Oklahoma and they beat Tennessee like that, they're probably in.
Yeah, because Oklahoma's not. So probably so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sucks to suck. Would I have done anything differently? I don't really know. I think
it's hard because the committee does it to himself.
Sure.
They pigeonhole him. Like I love the non-power fives getting in. I think it's cool, but I also don't think they deserve a chance to play for this playoff. Like there's nuance to it. It's not as black and white, but they do play for the same trophy, right or wrong. I think it's wrong. But then you do this 5-team thing and 5-team conference champion thing. And then you have a conference champion who's 5-7. You cannot put them in the playoff. So again, you pigeonholed yourself like you did last year with the automatic buys. And then this is never also the Notre Dame talking point never exists if you just blindly rank them in front of Miami for no reason early in the year like you did.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So everything wrong with the playoff currently is because of weird things rules they've made up and the awful rankings they just like it feels like their first like 2 or 3 rankings are just like, hey, who do we like? Let's not even look at the record, guys. Who do we like? And then they've got to figure out a way to justify everything.
I mean, they kind of did it with BYU too. I think BYU is the only team I'm like, man, that sucks to be them. They lost to the same team twice. And that same team is got a bye.
Here's my hot take too about that BYU and Alabama situation. And this is a little bit of bias. I hate Alabama, a little bit of bias, but they just lost to someone that's going to be in the college football playoff. Why should they get another chance to? That should have been a playoff game. They should be out with 2 losses before that game. They get blown out. They should be done.
Yeah,
especially with that. They have the worst loss in the field, by the way, including James Madison and Tulane. They have the worst loss in the field by far.
I always forget about that, but
No,
I
don't
did lose money on that.
You're not alone, Landon. The committee forgot about it as well.
Yeah. That Florida State at the time it wasn't, but like looking back, I'm like they're abysmal.
Yeah, that by far the worst loss in the field. Again, they pigeonhole themselves where they go, well, these conference championships can't matter. They can. They're games. You're playing them. They should matter.
Yeah,
but I also don't think conferences have to. We changed too much too quickly. And we didn't adjust the right things because I think moving forward, like that game last night should have been Vandy, Texas for a playoff spot. Oh, wait, we've already played that game. Texas won. So it's like, how do you make it balanced to where we also make conferences way too big and bloated where it's hard to evaluate who the best in the conferences are because they don't play the same schedules.
I don't know if this like helps it at all. Obviously, like the Group 5, they just need their own championship. Like that would alleviate a lot of this discussion. Is if 12, 16 teams, whatever it is, if you just alleviated the Group 5 teams, I think a lot of this is taken care of. You're still going to kind of get conversations with who should be in and who shouldn't. But I think it's like, okay, that 16th team and that 17th team, like, do they really have a shot to win it? Maybe not. I don't know. I just think maybe it helps it going to 16. But I don't know. I just don't want to see any more than 16. If you're going to do 16, do it. I don't want to see any more than that.
I don't think BYU and Vandy beat Oregon, but they have or Ole Miss. But I think they have a much better shot of beating Oregon or Ole Miss, who Tulane and James Madison are playing.
Yeah. I will say this. I think Vandy beats Miami.
They have a shot. I don't know if I'd lock it in, but they have a shot.
And right now, I mean, Notre Dame probably could beat anybody in the field.
Probably could, but they also lost to the only 2 in the field they've played.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, that's part of it. Like you join a conference, you played a week, you lost it to 2 teams that you scheduled that are tough opponents after that. I mean, it was kind of just between them and Miami. It sucks to suck, but you lost to them. That's why Miami got in over you.
Yeah, and I mean, Texas has this weird argument where they want to say, well, we scheduled a tough opponent and we're getting punished for it. No, you lost to Florida. That's what you're getting punished for.
That's the second worst loss in the field.
You're not getting punished for losing to Ohio State. If that's your only loss, hey, guess what? You're in.
Mm-hmm.
You lost to Florida. That's where you're getting punished. Congratulations for beating A&M, but you just might have made their road easier.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it would have been I don't know if there's as many fans for Vanderbilt, but I would imagine they should be some kind of riot if Texas would have got in over them.
Yeah. Yes, but they played head-to-head, and they have the same record.
No, Vanderbilt has 1 less loss.
Oh, that's right. They have 3. I forgot they lost to Georgia as well.
Yeah.
That's right. They did play Georgia. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Even better. Don't lose to Florida. If they don't lose to Florida, they're in over Oklahoma because they have. Yeah, they had the win over Vanderbilt. Oklahoma did beat Alabama away. That's an interesting one.
I love that Duke was trying to like, hey, we should get in. We're a conference champion. Yeah, no. You lost to probably the worst team in the field in Tulane. So no, you should not get in.
It would have been awesome to see them be like, what if we just put Duke in so we could put Notre Dame in?
Yeah.
That would have been great. Which, I mean, I didn't watch much of that game. I watched the Indiana-Ohio State game. Which, why are we not playing? I don't know. I guess because you have the group of files Friday night, but it really sucked that one of the conference championship games wasn't like we couldn't watch all of them of the Power 5 or Power 4.
Oh, because it was at the same time?
Yeah. Especially because the BYU Texas one ended up being a dud at noon.
Yeah, is that scheduled like saying like ACC, we really don't care. Just the best one out of that conference is playing in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or do you think it's different timing if Miami's in that instead of Duke?
No, because they're on because that was a Fox Big Ten thing, and then it was ABC.
So it would have been the same time.
I think
regardless?
So. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think they keep Georgia, Alabama by themselves, the SEC by itself at that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock slot. Yeah.
Why can't we just like stagger the games?
Well, it's hard to though with 4. That's what I'm saying. Because
I know
like starts noon.
Yeah, like one starts at like 2:30.
So you at least get to watch like the second half of whichever game you did care less about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean I'm with that.
Because then like if it's not a game in the second half like that SEC game was,
well, what they should have done
it over.
The ACC and Big Ten are now West Coast Conference schools, so they should have moved one of them out to like the Rose Bowl and started at 10 Eastern.
Okay, yeah,
that's what they should have done.
Or let's just start at 11 a.m., 10 a.m. Let's start.
All right. Yeah, you're a fan of the Big Ten, aren't you? You want to see that best game? You want to see the best game start at 11 a.m.
I mean, that BYU Texas Tech, we can start it whenever. I mean, everybody knew what that was going to be.
Well, it's crazy because I thought the ACC championship was going to go the same way as the BYU game, where BYU jumped out to a 7-0 lead and then doesn't score the rest of the time. I was worried that was what was going to happen with Duke and Virginia.
Yeah, poor Virginia.
Duke went up. Definitely did not see when it went into overtime when Duke choked away that lead in regulation. I was like, oh well, it was fun while it lasted.
Mm-hmm. It would have been insane to see Virginia get in the playoff after. I mean, we played them 2 years ago in Nashville, of course. You know, we got to play that Nashville game.
Got to get in Nashville, man. That's the spot.
Yeah,
Knoxville doesn't even matter in this state.
They were god awful.
That's the worst Power 4 team we've played recently. That's not us.
Yeah. Syracuse is pretty bad too.
They were not as bad as that Virginia team at the time. Syracuse ended up being really bad because their quarterback got injured.
Sure. Yeah, 100%.
At the time, that Virginia team was just, as a team, bad.
Yeah. Back to Nashville, man.
It's going to be fun, let me tell you. You don't want to go to Music City and spend a whole lot of money on a hotel room that probably isn't all that nice.
No, apparently they do have turf now. Is that correct?
They do have turf in Nashville, yeah.
About freaking time. I mean, we're not going to get.
I think they had turf the last time we played there.
No, you remember like the.
No, not the Music City in Nashville when we played.
Oh yeah, okay.
We played Virginia. I think that was the first year they moved to turf.
I mean, that was the worst surface I've ever seen in my entire life.
It always was.
Yeah,
it always was. And that this time of year, like this time, I think this is why they moved to turf, because when the Titans were playing there this time of year, it was always awful.
Yeah.
And it's also what sucks is it's December 30th, and it'll be so majority of people are working unless you take off of work, and it'll be played at like 3 o'clock. So how can I possibly get fired up for this game? I saw people support the guy. I'm going to watch, but I'm also probably not going to be able to watch the whole thing. I'm not taking off from work to watch that game.
Yeah. It's at 5:30 Eastern time. Is that right?
Is it 5:30? Okay.
I think it is. Yeah.
It's been midday recent.
Yeah. I think it's 5:30.
Recently. It was at night the year we went, or at least like late afternoon.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was going to be between that and Charlotte for Tennessee. And I
think it just turns out that if you lose to Vandy as a Tennessee team, you have to play in this bowl. You must go play in Nashville, because the last time before Purdue, the previous time was a much better Tennessee team, 2016, and we lost to Vandy, and they were like, yeah, what if we just have to come back here?
Yeah. And that way all your fans can come and support Nashville, who is your rival city school. So
yeah,
sounds like a great plan.
There's
just no juice, man. Like,
no.
And I don't know if there would be any.
It's not the playoff. For Tennessee, it's not the playoff. We weren't going to the playoff. It's not, has nothing to do with that. It's that Tennessee sucked it up against Vandy, so we play in just a worse bowl, in a bowl that no Tennessee fans want to be a part of.
Yeah.
That is why this one is lost on Tennessee fans.
We at least in 2016 that we're like, well, I mean, Derek Barnett has one more game to get the sack record.
Yeah. Nothing like that to play for here. It's sad. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I didn't expect anything good after losing to Vandy. That's how it should go.
The good thing is, I don't think Tennessee should win this game because they're not going to have many opt-outs.
You wouldn't think.
I mean, maybe Brazel. I mean, Joey's going to play in it, so I mean, you're going to have your quarterback.
I hope not many opt-outs. We will see. Obviously, in this day and age, you just don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to support them. I mean, go win one.
You're going against a team you should beat. I mean, let's try to win 9 games. I guess that's good. Like you said, it's just that Vanderbilt loss. It's
going to loom.
I just can't get that taste out of my mouth.
It's going to loom large. Yeah. Unfortunately, this offseason is going to. I mean, we already have comments here. When are we firing Tim Banks? I'm going to go with never at this point. If you haven't gotten in on the DC search, I don't feel great about getting a good DC.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, it just feels like Josh Heupel is just not – he does not like change within his staff. And I guess you like that to some degree, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you got to change something.
Got to find balance. You got to find balance of staying loyal and sticking with guys and knowing when to say it's time. We got to move on. It's not, and it's not even with every coaching. It's not necessarily because the guy just sucks. A lot of it's just fit, timing, right place, right time, and it's not the right place or right time for Tim Banks. I think we need to move on. Same for offense coordinator. It's not the right place or right time for Joey Halzle. Not saying there ever will be. Not saying there ever won't be. It's not here and it's not now.
Yeah, I mean, if Heupel can't trust you calling plays, then I mean, I think that's, hey, we just need to don't have an OC. I mean, take the $800,000 that you pay Joey Halzle and go put it into somebody's NIL. Go buy a safety.
Yeah, you have enough analysts up there. They can tell you what defensive formation's coming out on the field. And
yeah, I mean, I watched that Oakland game against Ravenwood. Craig Tutt, best safety in the state of Tennessee, picked Ole Miss. Obviously, their defensive coordinator got the job, so I think he's sticking. But he scored 7 touchdowns in that game, Caleb. I'm like, my God, go pay him. Get him here.
Speaking of no juice, TWSAA state championships, no juice.
Yeah.
And get like 2 good games, Brentwood, Baylor, and Sevier County and Page.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Well, Caleb, you forgot Nashville Christian Jared Curtis was unreal. And, oh, my God, dude. The Nashville media has become they're usually like big Tennessee homers, and it upsets Vanderbilt. But now they're just like bought into Pavia, and now Jared Curtis. They're like, I mean, he's the best quarterback. He's the best prospect I've ever seen in the state of Tennessee. I said, buddy, David Gabriel George is playing high school football.
He's from Canada. It doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't care what Jared Curtis did. There is no way I'm saying he's better than DGG.
DGG.
Yeah. And I mean, good God, he plays against nobody. His film looks like Arch Manning. I think me and the defensive line he was playing against were the same weight, about a 180. You ever seen an edge rusher 180? Well, there is
nowadays, yeah. They do it.
I mean, good God.
That was I've seen a lot of people. Well, what's funny is the past few years, a lot of people have been calling for change in the classification of Tennessee. This year, that got really loud.
Mm-hmm.
I need to give credit though. In the Oakland trophy presentation, the TSSAA official did not hoist the trophy for Oakland, whereas they normally do, which blows my mind and pisses me off more than it should.
Yeah,
but it does make me mad. He didn't do it. He handed it to him low, let them lift it up, and I was like, "Hey, that's how they're supposed to be." Thank you for nailing a trophy presentation for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm. And if Jason Simpson wants to get in the good graces of Tennessee fans again, Graham Simpson needs to come to Tennessee and not Alabama.
How big? So I saw that he won for Westview. What's his?
I think he's a 2027 or 2028 quarterback.
Is he supposed to be highly rated? He's not as big as Ty in terms of size.
Let's see what his.
And also, I mean, he did just throw like 8 slants that Oz took to the house against Gallenberg Pittman.
Sure.
Which, hey, I love it. Run the slants. Let your athletes get out into space.
Yeah, I mean, they're just taking what the defense gives you. Let's see what he is. 2028.
Okay.
He's a 3-star. He's a 247 composite, has him 139th in the country.
Okay. This is camp year, though. This will be a big camp year, junior camp year.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what his. He's only 5'11" and a half, so about 6 foot 180. 182 is what his weight is.
Okay. Back to Tennessee real quick. We have a lot of calls for Gerard Mayo. I mean, I don't know how much Mayo would be interested in college football right now, but sure. I mean, call the
somebody who can recruit, man.
Yeah. And then is there any way Heupel gets fired in 2026 if they end up being 5-7 or 6-6? I could definitely see it, says Blake Gregory. I'd be shocked if Danny White made a move this quick on one of his guys.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it with Danny White in our Monday morning meeting tomorrow. Which is, I mean, you guys doubted us, and
I mean, nobody.
We weren't going to make it. We weren't going to make it public. We've kept it on the DL. We've never mentioned our Monday morning meeting on here before, and he confirmed it yesterday. So
sure,
good for him for he wanted to be honest and open with our listeners, and I appreciate that. And yeah, so we'll talk with him tomorrow.
I just think that there's nobody safe in college. I mean, that this year showed you that.
Sure.
And I think it's one of those things where, the buyouts, I mean, money just keeps going up.
Mike Norvell's infuriated he didn't get his buyout this year.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I'm about to be rolling in it." He's like, "Oh, I got a notification. They released a statement. Here it is." And his wife's like, "They're keeping us? We were going to move to Palm Beach with that money."
Yeah, let's get out of Tallahassee. Yeah, he was going to go party with Orgeron somewhere.
Yeah. Actually, Blake, we're in favor of ticket increase. Actually, Danny White hates them. We're the ones that raise the ticket prices. So
but we also complain about it as a cover-up.
Well, yeah, we don't like people to know that we're the ones doing it. Yeah. We actually, every ticket increase goes into our pocket. UT keeps none of it. 10%.
Yeah, that's our NIL deal. We get a kickback.
Yep. Also, we are the architects behind the G10 Entertainment Center. So I wouldn't necessarily trust it. We're kind of just slapping buildings on top of G10. Publicly, we're telling people we're reinforcing the bottom of that garage to hold all of it. We're really just going to build right on top of G10. We've done zero ecological studies. We're just doing
we want the biggest hotel where you can't see the river from the stadium is what we want to do.
Yeah, ideally like 300 or 400 rooms that are too expensive for anybody to afford.
Yeah. So the people that buy the West
alone.
Club will not even enter the stadium. They will just watch from the rooftop of the hotel.
That's our goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're still going to buy tickets to the West Club.
Yeah, 100%.
They'll be even more empty than they already are.
Yeah. Ugh.
Tell you what, in college football 25, the West Club's never empty when you go win.
Andre said we don't hit hard like we used to. I mean, yeah.
We just don't wrap up. We hit hard. We just don't wrap up.
Or our heads down, Caleb. We can't see what we're hitting.
No, I mean,
we come in full speed. Like the effort is there. It's just terrible execution.
We were playing. This is probably bad, but we were playing middle school football the year Inky Johnson got injured, and I don't know if you remember. We had like 3 practices where they would like drill into your head, like, do not tackle like this. And I'm like, that's good, but like we just saw Inky get carted off the field, and maybe tell middle school football players like you could end up like this. It's a little too intense.
Well, then they their head was so up like this where they just got ran over. Like they overcompensated.
Yeah.
They're like trying to hit with their like chin first, and you lose all momentum and you get ran over that way.
And the hips got drawn.
Yeah.
Got them hips.
Yeah. There's no hips in Pee Wee football. It's just arms.
I don't know who teaches the players to tackle. I would imagine it's all the defensive coaches at some point or another would teach the players to tackle.
If you don't know how to tackle at this level, I don't know what to tell you.
To a degree, yes. But I mean, I would imagine there are still some fundamental works.
Yeah. I don't know. You would hope you wouldn't have to work on so much fundamentals, but
well, no, but you got it's like any sport. You got to do the fundamentals every day and become muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's not a lot of like slowing things down to teach you.
I mean, from what Joey said, we just don't practice hard.
Yeah, you never want to hear that.
Yeah.
I got to imagine that whether he's right or wrong, that Monday morning meeting where they just said, hey, man, whether you believe that or not, we don't say that in a press conference.
Yeah.
And whether you're right or wrong, you don't say that in a press conference.
I think it was kind of like he was trying to just like be, you know how like players, they're taught to like, hey, don't say anything. Like,
he was trying to give like a
generic.
We didn't play hard enough. And it stumbled into like, maybe we didn't practice hard enough. And
yeah, no one wants to hear that.
No, not good to hear.
Even though, like, I mean, I don't know how true it is. I mean,
and no one should think they practice hard enough when you get like blown out of the building like that.
Sure.
So I hope we didn't just have a great week of practice and just like we suck that bad. I hope that's not the case because that would be really hurt. Like that would hurt a lot more. But yeah, you also don't want to hear your quarterback and your leader say that practices just haven't been physical enough.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I just want to see a change at defensive coordinator. I don't know what that looks like. I just think you need, I mean, at some point you need a defensive coordinator and you need somebody who can recruit in the defensive backfield. Because right now,
let me throw this out here. No defensive coordinator.
Okay.
Just play by feel.
Okay. Just
every down, just whoever wants to be on the field, you go. Whatever play you think we should run, we just do it. Not even all 11 run the same play. Just you do what you think's right.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a happy medium with Willie Martinez. Like, I mean, he's gotten quite a bit out of these 3-star guys, and he's developed guys to go to the league. But I think there needs. I mean, just imagine what he could do with better talent, Caleb.
He's
And the corners haven't been the issue. It's the safeties, really. I mean, corners.
It's mostly
like,
the safeties. I don't think Willie Martinez is great, but I'll hold my tongue for now because it's been mostly the safeties.
For sure. Like, I mean, Colton Hood, I don't know how much credit he should get for Jamon McCoy or Ricky Gibson, but that is the position, and Colton Hood, but that is the position that he coaches. So it's hard for anybody to be like, yeah, get Willie Martinez out of here. I would like to see him recruit better at that position. But they've been fine, and that's been like a portal get for the most part.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
safeties, gross.
Willie Martinez has done a good job of personnel. This year, they were still fine for the most part with injury, but this year is mostly because of injury, not because of Willie Martinez. But, I mean, we said it. If you're going to keep Tim Banks as DC, which I don't agree with, you have to go get someone to coach safeties. It can't be him. You can't simultaneously have a bad unit as a defense coordinator and then also be a bad defense coordinator.
Mm-hmm. What defense is worst, 2012 or this year? Got to be 2012.
Got to be 2012. You
I
couldn't
was
win
there
games
for
with
that
that
Troy
offense.
game. Yeah,
you had one of the most high-powered offenses in the SEC, and you couldn't win games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how this one was work. Maybe they were, but maybe they were.
I don't know who you go get though. Like I don't know who is really out there. I've heard that Zach Arnett, but I mean it's kind of one of those things where Heupel has always kind of went with his guy, and he's promoted people, and I just don't know, what is he comfortable with, because we've never really seen him in this position. Having to go replace a coordinator other than Alex Golish, but then he went and hired Joey Halsley. It was kind of one of those things. Jim Knowles, I mean, he's one of the best in the country. Here's the thing. You're paying Tim Banks like $2.1 million. I don't know how many defensive coordinators are making that. It can't be very many. So, I mean, the money's there. But also, like, who is willing to come in here and kind of put their defense at stake, knowing what the offense kind of does to it? I don't know if that's something that defensive coordinators take into account. I don't really know. But the fact is, you've had a bad defense for every single season except for 2024. And that's not good enough. To take that next step and be a playoff contender year in and year out, that's not good enough. You can't expect your offense to be, I mean, Joey led the SEC in passing yards, and you won 8 games. There has to be a change. Has to. All right. Let's talk about the college football playoff. Let's talk about this bracket a little bit. You have, I mean, no really surprise except for Notre Dame doesn't get in. They finished number 9 in the AP poll. I would be pissed, but at the same time, it was between them and Miami's going to get in because they won that head-to-head. I think BYU got absolutely screwed in this one. Absolutely screwed. Because they played Texas Tech. They had to play in a conference championship, which Miami did not. And they said, but they weren't in it before, so I guess, I don't know. It stinks because of the way that they lost to. Probably doesn't help their case at all, but, I mean, they lost to a really good Texas Tech team who I think could probably win it. Do I think they will? Probably not, but I do think they have a defense to compete with an Ohio State, a Indiana, a Georgia. offense be good enough? We'll see. But I think that defense is for real. I mean, those linebackers and that front seven that they have for Texas Tech is really good. And they did it by hammering the portal, which I think Tennessee needs to do that same thing on defense. I think you need to get some guys up front for sure, defensive tackle. I think you have a lot coming back at your strong side defensive end. Jordan Ross and you have Caleb Herring at the edge. I would think that was something that you need to maybe address if you feel like you can get a guy that's worth it. I mean, they went and got the kid. I can't remember his name. Josh Schnell, I think. He never played. So I think you need to get guys with some power for experience and see what you can do there. Linebacker, probably good. Safety, absolutely. Go get you a stud. I don't know, but you probably get a Jacoby Thomas out there. Somebody that's a veteran, somebody that's done it. Has some picks would be nice. For sure, tackler. I don't think you're going to get Caleb Downs, but definitely find somebody like a Jacoby Thomas out of the portal because that was a guy you missed. And it stinks. I saw something on Twitter today. They're like, I can't believe we chose paying Boo Carter over Jacoby Thomas. And guys, everybody within this fan base is going to pick Boo Carter over Jacoby Thomas at the beginning of the year. It sucks it didn't work out for you, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But I would have picked Boo Carter. I thought he was a special talent. After that freshman season, could be a difference maker. And then you're like, oh, we could see him play some offense. And he's a great punt returner. Like, he could have been a three-way player for Tennessee, and it just didn't work out. Is what it is. Got some questions here. I'm going to hit on those. We'll get back when Caleb gets back here. We'll talk about the college football playoff. Do I agree with Notre Dame opting out of the bowl game? I don't, because I think when you're looking to play young guys and see what you have before that portal opens up, I think having these extra few weeks at practice is super important. Now, as far as the game goes, whatever. But I do think when you're looking at your roster and figuring out some things, like, because the season practice is a little different. Like, you're preparing for an individual team day in and day out. But when you have those like few weeks to prepare, and I think a lot of those weeks are spent just like getting better, fundamentals, throwing guys in different situations and seeing what you have. So I think it's a lot more of just like looking at the young guys, putting them in difficult situations, see how they can handle it. And you kind of base it off that and see what you need to address in the portal, seeing what guys are like, okay, like, hey, it's probably not going to work out here. We wish you the best, kind of thing. Cut ties. And it sucks that happens, but these guys are making money now. This is a business, and you got to make business decisions. So Notre Dame opting out of that, I would hate it if it was my team, but I get it. I mean, I'd be maybe that was an emotional decision for not making the college football. But here's the thing: they're not in a conference. I mean, if you want a chance to play in an extra game, go play in a conference championship. Join a conference. That's the only thing that Notre Dame should be worrying about in the offseason is joining a conference. Maybe they're not so worried about the portal, but they need to go address that because it kept them out of a 12-team playoff. I thought they were playing some of the best football in the country, and it sucks, but oh well. Sucks to suck. He's back.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just talking about if somebody asked, do you agree with Notre Dame opting out of a bowl game?
No, but I mean, no. But I get it to an extent. And it goes back into the playoff did this to themselves by punishing Miami for losses and not punishing Notre Dame for losses earlier in the season.
Yeah. I thought it was probably an emotional decision.
Yeah, probably.
I think you maybe let that settle a little bit before you make that decision. Now they could deal with they get a fine, correct?
I don't think so because I think it's a conference thing.
Oh.
Like Iowa State and Kansas State were fined by the Big 12 for not accepting their bowl bids. Because that costs conferences money because that goes into a pool. Or a percentage of that money from the bowl games go into a conference pool.
Okay. Well, I mean, my thing was like when you're looking at what you need to address in the portal, I think having those 3 weeks of practice kind of helps that a little bit. But I mean, their biggest worry should be joining the conference, not I guess not the portal.
Being in this day and age, the practice for those younger players, like you said, the portal stuff, I feel like it's always been invaluable, but especially now, those bowl games are invaluable, and you're opting out of you just lose those. They go nowhere.
Mm-hmm. And all those times that they got into the playoff as like a 4 seed, and everybody knew they're going to get blown out, and they did. Like this is kind of like catching up to them a little bit.
Yep. It's interesting.
Because they just competed for a national championship the year before, and they lost those first 2 games and won everything after that. And again, I thought they were playing really good football, and they had a Heisman contender at running back. I think that is a team I wouldn't want to play in the playoff. Like I would be nervous to play them,
depending on the matchup. Sure,
yeah. But that's tough. Don't lose 2 games, then you put it in the hands of a committee.
Yeah, and they can't. Even though I think like Sarkisian's argument about playing Ohio State's dumb, they can't use the argument, well, we shouldn't schedule better opponents because you have to.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing with Notre Dame: if they were in the ACC, they play in the conference championship, and we're not even talking about it.
Correct. Or I mean, pretty much any conference they're probably playing in it this year, or they have a chance to play in it this year. It's because if they play in that even if they don't play in that conference championship, if they're in the ACC, there's a chance that Miami and Texas A&M loss at the beginning of the year get forgotten about because Alabama's loss at the beginning of the year was forgotten about.
Mm-hmm.
Texas's would have been forgotten about if they hadn't lost to Florida.
Yeah. And the rest of their schedule was a cakewalk.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have a great win.
Right. They got in last year losing to Eastern Illinois, so this should be a wash. Or Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
So, it's a wash as far as I'm concerned. I'm glad Tennessee didn't opt out of a bowl game. I would have looked that's not a good look, which Danny White would never pass up a payday. So, sure. I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Man, Ohio State didn't want to win last night, did they, Caleb? Julian Sayin lost the Heisman Trophy because his knee hit the turf on that 4th down play.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was doing something when that got overturned. I was like, man, he clearly got it. I didn't realize that was it.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I think we also found out, I didn't realize because they haven't really played much of anybody. I didn't realize how legit that defensive unit for Indiana was, especially all the talk was Ohio State's defensive line. That Indiana defensive line is tenacious.
Oh, yeah. But they had that, and then they had the missed 27-yard field goal. Well, that was just a shank.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have won that game easily.
Also, poor well, that just would have sent it to overtime. If that had happened, if he had made that.
Mendoza is going to win the Heisman. It was going to be the winner of that Big Ten championship game if they played decent enough.
More than likely, more than likely, it helps that Mendoza had that touchdown at the end. That was just it felt like a bow on a Heisman campaign. Even though the game was not as much of a bow, that play felt like one.
Oh yeah,
that play alone.
And I think he's minus 3,000 to win the Heisman.
Now.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was more than likely going to be either of those guys, but they needed to make at least like one Heisman, like one that you could run on the tape. You needed one play to run on the tape. That's it.
Yeah.
Poor that Ohio State kicker. Everyone thinks he was doing trick shots and warm-ups because he was hitting field goals from the sideline at the upright. That's just a warm-up, but most people don't know that. And so he's getting even more berated online. Yeah, that.
I mean, Ohio State always has one letdown game, so I
Sure.
guess. I mean, last year was Michigan, so they try to get it out of the way before the playoff.
That game sucks to not be a playoff game because it was so good, and it sucks that can't be. That's how I want seasons to end, in that environment.
They could see each other again, though.
Exactly, and I think that should have been the bow on top.
It is
season game like
interesting.
that.
It doesn't seem like the committee's worried about like playing the same team, like Oklahoma
and I think
Alabama. So I think you just need to seed them. Like whatever happens. You just need to seed them.
Yeah, I feel like they did more of that this year because they didn't care so much. Like Tulane's playing Ole Miss again. You'd think they would send Tulane to Oregon if they were worried about it, and JMU to Ole Miss.
Yeah. Somebody asked about the expansion. I think it needs to be 16 teams, and it's your top 16 teams. That's your seeding.
16, no conference championships, no group of 5.
Yeah, sure. Your top 16. Roll with it.
Too many changes, but like they need to make the right changes. They don't need to. They're over adjusting each year because your top 4 are your. Like this year, your top 4 are your top 4 conference championships winners, correct? You're right.
Say that again.
Your top 4 are your 4 conference championship winners, right? Like the automatic bye happened how it was designed to happen.
Ohio State was.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
So what was
because ACC didn't get in or didn't get their champion in. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking that. Okay. Yeah. I don't.
What do you think about Mendoza's like after the game?
He's either not made for TV at all or he's especially made for TV. I haven't figured out which one yet.
Yeah.
I haven't decided how that one should fall. I thought it was I'm sick of these media trained guys. It was good to hear a guy get in there just out of breath and excited and just screaming pretty much, but not.
I saw something today and I couldn't help but laugh. And it was like, I can't wait for the next season when Fernando Mendoza's on Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, gosh. Question, did you – because I know the Tennessee game was on same time, so you probably subjected yourself to that madness. I did not. I watched this game. For the most part, Tennessee game was on in the background.
Okay. Yeah, I watched the basketball game.
Did you see the hit on Fernando Mendoza to open the game?
No.
Thought it was the same one that we got flagged for against.
I did see that, yeah.
Was it not the same?
I thought that one was worse.
It was worse because the hit was harder, but like in terms of timing and everything, it was the same, right?
Yeah.
And then Gus Johnson didn't shut up for 5 minutes about how legal the hit was. Just went on and on about how it was a perfectly legal hit. And I mean, I agree with him, but one, the player got injured and got hit harder by a bigger player. And I thought we were supposed to be I thought the rule was about protecting quarterbacks. Okay. I'm glad we're in agreement because I was like, that's the same play. It's the exact same play. He left his feet throwing the football.
Then throws forward and his momentum carries him into the defender.
Yeah. Jumps like the exact same. Jumps up. I don't know.
This is an interesting question. Will you guys take Kirk Cignetti over Josh Heupel?
Yes.
100%.
And I know everyone hated him last year. and they didn't want to talk about him. Overrated. What he has built in Indiana is the most impressive turnaround in college football in my lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. The guy just wins. I didn't like him last year. I mean, you know me. I
Yeah,
wanted
you're
him to
part of that,
lose.
everyone.
I bet against the guy more than anybody, and I just keep losing money. The guy just wins.
You just
And
tell
I
me
will
when you're
give-
ready, Landon.
I'll
You just
just
tell me
give
when you're
credit
ready to
where
get on that
credit's due.
Cincinnati pack. You
Dude,
just let me
that-
know they're here for you.
He's unreal, man.
I mean,
I don't know how
he's a
he had
feud.
no business winning that game last night, but he won.
He's a win. Google him. He's a winner.
Yeah. And from what I know, he doesn't have a nipple ring, and Ryan Day does. So I mean, I should have known who to bet on.
They did a pregame thing with Ron, like they interviewed Ron Day last week and ran it pregame, and he got asked about his hair graying or something. He's like, "Oh, I have a bunch of gray in my beard, and people think I dye my hair. That's absurd. I don't know why they think that." And then did this weird laugh, and I was like, "Yeah, he definitely dyes his beard." the way he answered that question, he dyes his beard. I didn't necessarily have that opinion. I mean, I laughed at the ones that had it. Now I really think he dyes his beard.
Yeah.
Danny White didn't hear. We have to we'll mention that tomorrow, Blake, in our meeting.
Well, let's talk about that.
Which one?
The everything school tweet yesterday.
We told him not to. We told him not to do it. He doesn't listen.
And I was in a group chat yesterday, and I got kind of, which I was told to tweet at it for numbers. So I just want to clarify that. But at the same time, it's like it's so tone deaf.
Did we say two? I think we didn't tell you what to tweet.
Well, Joey said tweet it.
Oh.
And I give into peer pressure very easily. I mean, Caleb's offering me cigarettes on here. So,
but you haven't smoked that was bought last year for when I don't remember which.
Those are a year-old cigarettes. What
I don't-
did cigarettes go bad?
I don't know. I don't smoke cigarettes. I bought them last year for you to smoke after you lost that bet, and not a single. I think one was smoked last year at the tailgate, not by you.
Oh, God, dude. I mean, I get I'm from South Nashville, but cigarettes are just so gross.
Yeah, but you lost a bet.
I know. I mean, I'll do it. I need to drink. I forgot where the everything school. It's just not the right time to play. Just say if you want to talk about the golf team, just be like, hey, we're so excited for what Coach Webb is doing, and they have a great recruiting class, whatever. Just say that. Why do you have to tweet everything school? It's literally trying to give yourself credit for it. And I just don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
What do we just lost? It's not an everything school. Tennessee basketball's lost 3 in a row. The Lady Vols aren't.
He did
very
tweet
good.
that before last night's loss.
Yeah, but we'd
to
already
be
lost
clear.
2 in a row.
Right. It was,
And then
it was
you
tone
all-
deaf before it. It doesn't help that you lost later that night.
No, it doesn't help at all. So, yeah, I just thought that was extremely, and it could have been an intern. I don't know, but I just feel like Danny White could really help himself out if he just gives credit to his staff for doing, or his coaches for doing well, and not trying to take all the credit for himself.
Yeah.
And it's just overused for stuff like we're not winning championships. So you can't just
We're
sit there
not. Why tag him, Joey? Daggone. He's gonna berate us tomorrow morning.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna be in trouble. I did see one reply to you that just said public enemy number 1. I was like, oh gosh, that's back. All right.
Yeah. Also, speaking of playing in Nashville, why do we deal with that city? I'm so over it. Every time Nashville
hate the
comes
city of
up,
Nashville. I cannot. I can't stand what's like the most popular about Nashville, which is Broadway.
yeah, it's like, I mean, Charlie Becker was a 3-star recruit. Like Tennessee was not recruiting him at all. Nashville, Tennessee. I mean, cool. Like he's from. Would you do the same thing if he was from Memphis? And also, every time anything has to do with Nashville, I see damn Jelly Roll on my screen 1,000 times.
Well, he's just a fan of everybody, so he's like Kenny Chesney. Any chance to get on camera?
At first, I was like, dude, this seems like a really good dude, but it's like,
I told you, I warned you.
It's old, man.
He was a Vanderbilt. He had shown up on I think Vanderbilt basketball games in Vanderbilt stuff before he came to that football game.
Yeah,
last year. Who I can't even remember what game he came to last year.
Was it Kentucky?
Maybe.
I don't know. I just don't like. Cool. He's there sitting courtside. Cool. Why do we have to keep showing him?
There is not a single famous person living currently in Nashville. Not a single one, mind you. And I know a lot of people argue about that fourth quarter song, but he's played in other stadiums and pandered to them too. Just remember that. Not a single famous person living in Nashville, Tennessee that is a diehard Tennessee fan. Not a single one. Quit showing them on TV. They're not Tennessee fans.
Yeah.
Quit inviting them to games. Why is Theo Vaughn sitting in the Chancellor's suite? That's insanity.
That's another person that I'm like, man, I love Theo. I've been to his show. I love Theo, but the whole Pavia thing, I'm like, I can't watch his stuff anymore. He did have a really good. I don't know if you watched the Leanne Morgan.
I watched some of it. I can only.
It was kind of weird, but at the same time,
in my mind, is made for TikTok because I can take him in short doses. I can't do the long form with him.
So she was talking about her husband being in the mobile home business.
Oh yeah,
and Theo just reaches over and just shakes her hand.
I listened to it. I didn't watch it. That's funny. No, she's great. I love Leanne Morgan. Leanne Morgan, she lives in Knoxville. She does not live in Nashville. That's why I did make that. She does work a lot in Nashville, but I did make that specific line in the sand because she does love. She's an alum. She's an alumnus.
Yeah, and she just seems like, I mean, everybody's grandmother.
Why are we concerned where people are sitting? I'm not concerned. I'm mentioning why Tennessee uses resources to allow someone like Theo Vaughn to have things that Tennessee fans, not even poor Tennessee fans, just in general Tennessee fans don't have.
Yeah.
Why are we pandering to Theo Vaughn just for him to pander back to us?
Just for him to be on the field at senior day for Diego Pavia.
Yeah, it's why
it just gotten weird.
And to the point of why are we worried about people sitting? Jelly Roll is being shown on ESPN, which has nothing to do with Tennessee. So whatever, that's annoying, but we can't control it. What we can control, who gets invited to the Chancellor's box.
Yeah.
It's very weird to me.
I mean, it's one thing to have Grant Williams and guys like that in there, but Theo Vaughn or, I mean, just name a celebrity.
Yeah. Also, just to make it clear, Heath, just so we're on the same page, anything I talk about here doesn't matter to anyone. Like, I want to fire Tim Banks. They don't give a shit. So why are we talking about that?
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
We'll
mention it in our Monday morning meeting with Danny.
Yeah.
So it does matter. That's right.
Well, let's talk about this basketball game. I mean,
why are we talking about that? Why are we concerned about that? No one cares. Like no one that can change things care.
I guess it was on the outline. So,
well, I just mean if of things we need to be concerned about, we can't change it. So why does it matter?
Yeah, nothing matters.
It won't impact how we play.
I would honestly prefer not to. I wish we were on this podcast talking about a win.
Oh, it's a Vanderbilt fan. That's why. We're gonna talk about the playoffs. Stick around, Heath.
Playoffs.
Yeah, no, I'm being facetious.
Yeah. No Heisman, no playoffs, huh? A lot of talking.
Hey, you know what though? Another court date. We got that locked down.
Yeah.
He's probably got a pretty good bail bondsman at this point, though. Like they've probably got someone on speed dial. The Pavia family.
Oh yeah,
I bet they have a good relationship with them.
it's probably part of his NIL deal. Is
That would have been smart. If he was smart, he would have done that.
Mm-hmm. No, he's going to USC fights instead. Basketball. That was just.
I couldn't decide what to put on my main screen with sound. I made a great decision, Landon.
Well, they made it pretty easy for you to decide.
I made a phenomenal decision. I had someone text me throughout the game, like just frustrating parts, and I was like, "Hey, listen, buddy, I don't care.
Yeah,
we suck. We suck at everything." These past few weeks as a Tennessee fan have just made my heart incredibly sad. It just made me very sad.
Yeah, we need something to just. I don't know if we need a cleanse or we need to just like take a moment of silence maybe for a couple weeks and then come back, regroup. I don't know what a sabbatical. I don't know what we need, but we need.
We do have a good 5-day break coming up after Louisville. We're on how long of a break? Like 11-day break. So we do get a lot of time to regroup. A lot of hard practices coming up, I'd imagine.
And Tennessee's got to figure it out. They can't afford to lose 4 games in a row.
Correct. And this is going to be.
I also have no clue how we beat Houston. I have no idea. That makes zero sense. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I know Nate Amen's taking a lot of heat, but he was paid to be the guy. And fair or not, he is the guy that he'll take us as far as he's the guy who runs it.
As far as we go is how far Nate Amen will go. Yes.
Correct. Yes.
And this has been a really bad stretch to hit for a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
This is not ideal.
Yeah.
It just seems like things are not currently clicking together for him. He seemed to not be able to handle the physicality in the last few games. And I mean, even looking at the Houston game, he really he played fine, I thought, for a freshman. He was in foul trouble for a lot of the game. And I thought that played into him struggling some. But I mean, he wasn't the driver in that one. It was Gillespie. So even if you want to go back to that Houston game, he was kind of in that wall already.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have to be your number one scorer, but he has to score close to 20 points for Tennessee to beat really good teams.
Yeah.
He scored 9 the other night in 31 minutes. He's shooting 37% from the floor. He's 6'11". That should not happen.
They're trying to, they are relying on him, I guess.
Yeah.
And I would say too much, but yeah, when it comes down to when it really comes down to it in SEC play in March, you're going to have to anyways. So why not? I mean, I think you got to live and die by it right now and just try to get it together.
Yeah. I mean, they need him. Like you said, this team goes as far as Nate Ament will take them. And it's a lot on a freshman. I get it, but you are a lottery pick and you're getting paid a lot of money. So you got to figure it out because there's no one else guard wise that's besides Gillespie that's really going to do much. Amari Abrams is okay, but he's a role player. Bishop Boswell is okay, but he's solid, but you're never going to rely on him to score 15 points in a game.
Right.
I mean, Gillespie and Nate Ament, both of them have to be better shooting the basketball. They got to be more efficient because there's not a lot of guys that can knock down shots other than Jalen Carey and JP Estrella. JP Estrella needs to get healthy. That will alleviate some of this, I think. Just getting another guy down low that can score. And he just has good touch with the basketball. I think Jalen Carey, he didn't have a career night like he did against Syracuse, but he was still efficient, had a ton of rebounds, but only had 5 points. So the scoring has to come from somewhere else. 62 points isn't good enough.
Sure. I
You
agree.
scored 2 points in the last 4 minutes of the basketball game. And they were both a free throw by 2 separate people. You missed the other one. So, I mean, we're horrible from the free throw line. We're not good at shooting threes. I just don't know what this. I mean, it's kind of the same struggles that we've seen the past couple years. Shooting slumps. Why do we overhelp and leave wide open threes?
This defense is not, as much as Rick Barnes has adjusted to this transfer portal era, the defense is not carried, unfortunately. And that's what's been Tennessee's driving point, because they were stronger in areas even when they overhelped and gave up threes. They could still overcome that.
Yeah.
That is not the current situation, it seems, on this team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I still have
39%
hopes
from three.
Yeah, I still have hopes for this team, but they have a long way to go. There's plenty of talent, but it's a long way off from being competitive. You do have some time to get into the lab, if you will, Landon, before Louisville. But it's a
must
strong
win.
team.
I feel like
we're early in the season. I'm not going to label it that.
I mean, just to get some confidence back,
sure,
because you don't really play anybody else until conference play,
right? But I mean, if you lose to Louisville and go beat Arkansas, things shift,
right? But I mean,
I'm not going to call a must win in December. You want it. I mean, it'd be huge to win it, but I'm not going to frame it that way.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see.
You won a lot of games in December last year that didn't end up mattering.
Yeah. I don't know if you go get beat by 13 points against Louisville. I mean, who's real excited for SEC play?
Oh, I mean, for sure. But looking at the flip side, or looking at a more disastrous start in Kentucky, if they can turn it on for SEC play, all that's forgotten.
Yeah. I just don't think you want to enter SEC play losing 4 straight games with your tail tucked between your legs.
Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be good if you lose to Louisville.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a must win.
And maybe not a must win to salvage the season, but I think a must win to see some confidence, see Nate Ament be like, hey, like, you can do this. But it's not like it gets easier in SEC play.
No.
Now you don't play Houston and teams like that, but it's
right. But that's part of why it's not a must win in my mind, because you're going to have plenty of time to get big wins, quad one wins in SEC play for March. But yeah, confidence wise, I think if you frame it that way, like, all right, to really have a better ground to stand on going into January, yeah, must win. But like, just straight up must win, I wouldn't call it that, because in the grand scheme, it may not matter.
They need some help for sure. I mean, I don't know why Estrella. I guess he's on a pitch count. He only played 7 minutes. He had 4 points,
probably
3 rebounds,
not being able to be healthy.
Yeah, I mean, is that something you're just going to deal with the entire season? Because that's not going to be good. I don't think you can rely on Jalen Carey to carry
right
in the paint. I mean, Ogpara, he's pretty good on defense. He had 5 offensive rebounds and only 5 points. Tennessee had 23 offensive rebounds and only 62 points in the game. I don't know why we're just like turning the ball over after that, or are we just passing it out? Like, why can't we go up and try to score? Or do we do and get fouled and then we're 1 for 6 from the free throw line?
Yep. Which is crazy. I mean, going back to Houston, Ole Miss, or Houston, I don't know where I saw Ole Miss that made me say that. Going back to that Houston game, free throws won you the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it hasn't been great since then. And then, like I mentioned, your 2 best players, like if Tennessee's going to win basketball games against quality opponents, your 2 best players can't go 10 for 34. from the field. Knowing what we have scoring wise right now, that can't happen. I mean, that's 29% from the field. You're not going to win any games with that.
How much does Joey being in the building affect that game last night?
It might affect it. Yeah. I think Jacoby, I don't know why I was talking about it with some buddies last night. It was like, it seems like every year we have one guy that's just running around with the basketball on offense trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
And it's Jacoby Gillespie. And it seems like in the fourth quarter, like you had that scoring drought. He's dead tired.
Sure.
Because all he does is dribble around trying to look for somebody else to score some offense, and he got the help. I don't know. People on the floor needs to be a threat, and I don't think that's the case with a lot of these lineups. So maybe that's something you need to work on too, is your lineups. Like who can legit go to the basket and get you a bucket? Because right now I think there's one guy.
Yep.
Maybe Jalen Carey. I would probably give him that too.
Yeah, I as much as I love Jalen Carey playing good basketball, I don't think you want him to be your driving offensive force.
Yeah.
That's not great. That's no knock on him necessarily. It's just
like there's games he can be, but you don't want that
right
being not in and not out. Sure.
Right.
But I mean,
there's a lot to figure out. Number one, get JP Estrella healthy. I think that's a huge factor. Get him healthy.
Yeah. I think continue to get Amari Abrams plenty of run, because I think you're going to need him. You're going to need Bishop Boswell. After that, I just don't think any other guards are going to. I don't think Ethan Berg really gives you anything. That stinks.
Yeah.
He just doesn't seem prepared yet to play at this level. He kind of seems lost, a little step slower. Obviously, like he doesn't give you anything offensively. So I just don't. Will we see those minutes kind of dwindle down as we get into? I mean, Amari Evans came in. He only scored 2 points, but in 10 minutes he had 4 rebounds. That's something.
Yeah.
Put up some stats, baby. If you're getting in there, do something. I think that's one thing. I love Cade Phillips, but I don't know how we recruit guys that just give you nothing offensively. How does that happen? And we were thinking in the offseason, we're like, oh, this guy, he could be a guard. Like he's working on his shot outside. He can score inside. We think he's going to score outside? I don't know. Maybe that's harsh, but geez.
Last night was so sad. I'm glad there was good football games on. It's gonna suck when that's over and we've got to watch that with nothing to bring us back.
I mean, we couldn't stop the bleeding last night.
I know it kept going and kept going. I was not glued into it.
We brought it within 6, and then they went and scored a 3. And then we hit a 3. We're like, all right, here we go. They hit a 3. Like it was just any time that we would try to get some momentum, they would answer, and it got to the point where we're like, oh, well, that's it. That second 3 that they hit in a row after we hit 2, I think that was the nail in the coffin, is what it seemed like. You're like, okay, well, not our night.
Right.
Like you said, you got a week, figure it out. I don't know if we have that'll figure all of it out in a week, but hopefully JP Estrella gets healthier and you'll kind of see what this team looks like. But with the way he's kind of been hurt, I mean, I know Deshaun Bishop was healthy for the most part this season, but I think you're going into it thinking like, I don't know what you got, because he hasn't been healthy before. It's the same thing with JP Estrella. Like, can you really depend on him to be healthy for a full SEC slate?
You're not gonna like the answer if we're last year and then this far into this year.
Yeah.
Maybe that knee injury what we thought wasn't bad ended up being worse than we thought. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot of people last year like, man, I'm Chaz just isn't the guy. We need somebody else. And now I'm like, kind of wish we had Chaz.
He was the guy. He was.
All right. We have a question about how does Nate Ament figure it out?
I think number one is he's got to find a way to be tougher, stronger, with the ball in his hand.
Agreed.
After that, I think it's just being mentally tough through this phase of it. Because like there's no denying it. The skill set is there.
Yeah.
It's the carrying over the toughness, both mental and physical, to this level.
I don't think he's a great three-point shooter. I mean, when he's wide open, the misses are pretty bad. I think he needs to find his shot somewhere else, whether that's a pull-up jumper or just go to the free throw line. I just think it is almost a wasted possession when he shoots a three. That might be harsh too, but that's how I felt watching him last night shoot the basketball from the three-point line.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, he just got to be tougher. He's got to get some confidence, man.
I think there's a lot of factors to it, but I think that the toughness, confidence factor has got to be the biggest driver.
I think he presses a lot when things aren't going his way, and instead of the game coming to him, because like it is tough for a freshman. I know we see like Cameron Boozer, and you saw the guys from Houston and the Kansas freshman who's really good. Louisville has a really good freshman. He's never kind of dealt with this adversity as a basketball player. He's always been the best player on the court, and he might be the most talented player on the court, but in terms of like experience, like it's just new and different. And the game's faster and more physical. Like he's never been any time in high school that he gets hit the way he gets hit in a college basketball game, it's a foul.
Right.
And he's not getting those. I would also see, I mean, Illinois, good God, they sold everything. I wouldn't hate if we sold a little bit more.
More diving is what you're asking for. More simulation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say flop, but man, let's try to be salesman a little bit.
Diving or simulation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was one where I think Dwayne Brown is clearing.
This is what I like to say, because I never coach players to flop. All you soccer haters. What I would say is show the ref you were fouled.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you're tough through the foul, they won't know you got fouled. Mm-hmm. So show the ref you got fouled.
Yeah. Agree. I think we could do that a lot. Now, I would like us to make some free throws. That would help too. But that's kind of all I got for the basketball. Again, it sucks to kind of talk about another loss, but hey, go beat Louisville and let's start SEC play and get this show on the road and see what we got. Right now, I don't really have any expectations, so maybe we can only go up from here.
I really wish Tennessee could have been. This isn't their fault, but watching Kentucky lay that just absolute egg, they were ready to leave Mark Pope on the tarmac, and we couldn't follow it up with like a little bit of like, ha ha ha, look what we did in Nashville. Like we couldn't do that. Come on,
dude. Something about that city, man. I don't ever want to play there again. I don't like it. I mean, we recruit so nationally now that's not an excuse. The recruiting, oh man, it would be cool to play in Nashville because you can get all those recruits. No, we ain't doing that. Especially in basketball. I mean, we're a portal. Most teams are portal teams anyway.
Sure.
So why are we playing in Nashville? Why don't we just play at home? I mean, we haven't played at home in months, it feels like.
That's the new way. You gotta play at neutral sites to make money now. Why build all these stadiums and arenas when you could just play at a neutral site? In fact, I think we should just get rid of Neyland and Thompson, build something that can make some money, build the entertainment district in Neyland, and then play the games elsewhere.
Yeah, we could just split the difference and play in like Crossville or Cookville or something.
No, wherever the money, you might end up playing in California. Wherever the money goes, we can watch the game from the entertainment district.
Okay.
We don't need to be able to travel there.
It needs to be expensed.
Sure.
Somebody needs to pay for our travel if we're going somewhere. Money's everything. Josiah Johnson, did you see this tweet? He said Notre Dame after they didn't make the college football playoffs, and it's the scene from Rudy where they're putting all their jerseys on the desk.
I did see that.
That's awesome. Did you see? Well, we tweeted it out, but the poor Tennessee fan at halftime of, I mean, that was a clear indicator of what that second half was going to be. Right?
How did the basketball shoot off to the left?
I don't know if he bounced it off his foot.
See, I didn't look like it. And I was like, how hard is that little, like, their obstacle they had to go through? Is that what kicked it?
And watching him shoot a layup, he doesn't look super unathletic. But
was he,
man.
Joey, was he under the influence?
No, don't make excuses for him. He fell.
I'm just asking. I'm asking to try to put some stuff together here.
He fell at half court.
I need to watch the video again. The first time I watched it, I was like, this makes no sense.
He does need redemption. Like, he needs to go like film himself actually dribbling the basketball.
Let's do a redemption. Let's do a redemption video for him. Let's go to Axel has a gym now, Joey. Get him in the Axel gym. And let's get a redemption for him. I cannot figure out what he does. Let's slow it down. Let's go to the tape.
I mean, it was a crossover from hell, Caleb. He just didn't have the hand to catch it. And then
I think he just missed it. I think he just dribbled it real hard and missed it.
Yeah. And then somebody tries to give it back to him, and oh man.
Oh no. This is so bad. That's a tough scene. That's a tough scene. Of other note, I forgot how good it looked last night. I really liked the court. That the different tones of the wood. Pretty court. A lot of signage on it, but other than that.
Yeah. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Also Jack Turner. Did you see his the Liberty offensive lineman make his graphic?
No, what was it?
He said, first and foremost, I'd like to thank God for making me 6'7". Being tall carried me further than the talent ever could. Thanks to my mom and dad for always supporting and believing in me unceasingly. I don't know. To Coach Durkin, thanks for taking a chance on a guy with no film and giving me the opportunity to compete on the biggest stages of my career. To my teammates, you guys made the summer conditioning, endless meetings, and mat drills worth it. With that being said, I'd like to formally declare for the job market with 42 years of eligibility remaining.
Okay. You said this is a Liberty guy?
Yeah, and it's got the Indeed
logo
on it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I hope he continues this and at least announces his first job.
Yeah. I think I mean, what a you want to get yourself noticed.
Yep.
I think that's a great start. So good for him. I hope he gets a great job. And how many guys can you offer that's 6'7"?
Yeah, the job market's, really
in this right now. I mean, there's not many. So,
did he say what his major was, or what kind of job he's looking for? One or the other.
No, I think he's open to all opportunities.
We should try to hire him. I don't think we have any money, but we should try to hire him.
We should get him on the pod. We could try.
We
that.
should we should get him on the pod and pretend we're trying to hire him. And I guess we are. We just
Do a
can't pay
job
him.
interview.
We just can't pay
no
him.
job opening.
We'll just say we're well, depending on what his demands are, we may be able to pay him what he needs. It's just really low.
Yeah. Or maybe we try to like pyramid scheme.
Not a pyramid scheme, just a pyramid structure.
Okay. Yeah.
We're not scheming anybody. We're
He
structuring it that
gets
way.
money off the people that's underneath him, and they do the same. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's
It's a business plan.
adjacent.
No scheme. Take the word scheme out. We're good.
Yeah. Pyramid model. Not even
Yeah.
pyramid. We're going full triangle. We're getting to the top. All right. Anything else?
Nah, that's it. That's all I've got.
Yeah, I know somebody asked about the Legend Bay stuff, and I don't know. I have no clue.
It
I have
seems
no
he will
update.
not be at the University of Tennessee.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. But he did do an interview after his decision. It was on the phone, so I think it was Legend Bay. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, what we're doing. Apparently there's fake TikTok accounts that's posting stuff. I have no clue. But if he doesn't want to be here, he doesn't want to be here. Whatever.
Yeah. I agree.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Awesome.
Till
Guys,
next time.
go check out our good friends at hoviedrygoods.com. Hoviedrygoods.com. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. Get you one of these little camo hats. Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
Go
beautiful.
check them out. Just great stuff over there. Great. I mean, if you want a gift, stocking stuffer, just go check them out. Get those hats. Get them while they're hot. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. Do it. Thank y'all so much for listening. We'll be back on Thursday talking about, I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. Hopefully some better news.
We've got something in store. We'll definitely talk more about the playoff and Vanderbilt not being in it.
True. When's the Heisman ceremony?
When is it now at the playoffs? I don't know.
It's before the playoffs, right?
So the playoffs are, hold on. Playoffs start, yeah. So next week's Army Navy, then the playoffs are the 20th. I thought it was normally that following Saturday. Used to be, anyways. Now I don't know. I'd have to look.
It is December 13th at 7 p.m.
So it's the night of the Army Navy game. I don't know if it's always been that way.
Okay. I know who I'm voting for.
Diego Pavia.
Yep. Actually, his brother. Thank y'all again. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.